what do you say, you being was in the military before, ex-military person, right? And you led your troops in a supervisory role, sergeant or whatever. But then when you come into a larger environment and have employees under you, and then, address the fact that when you hear, me, I told you before, I said, I told my husband this before too back in the day, don't you come home with that mess, because those are not your little soldiers. And I said that to you as well. And then looking at the other side, do we have to radically accept the behavior that you give? No, we don't have to radically accept the behavior that you give off. Like, how do you look at it? I don't know what to say right now.
So in the military, we are there to guide and mold the soldier in good decision-making processes, and make him successful in his career as a soldier or military, whatever you want to call him. And we do that by sometimes holding his hand and telling him that this is the right thing to do, or guiding him and showing an example of what the right thing to do. And now in the civilian sector, it's a lot different. You are expected to be an adult. You are an adult, And so when you go into the workplace as an adult, you are expected to know that you shouldn't do the stupid things that could land you fired. So
wait, can I stop you there?
Yeah.
So when you just said like employees do the stupid things so they can get fired, what about if it's reverse, the supervisor or the manager do the stupid things that can get them fired? Like, just because you wear a title that is higher than a regular employee, do you feel as though we should radically accept those words from you, even though you're not in a military role, as far as, I don't know what to say. Go ahead.
It takes a maturity level to accept a person for their faults. And this goes back to like relationships. You gotta accept the person for their faults, and also you gotta understand that you gotta understand which battles to choose. You want to choose the battle of A, or you want to choose the battle of B, or do you want to save A and B for another battle, which should be C, or do you just want to ruffle the feathers and just continue to be known as that person? So I think that as a person, you can understand that, hey, that your manager is a jerk, but yet you have to hold your tongue in a professional manner, because even that manager may be a jerk, he's still your manager and he's still over you. You don't have to respect the manager. You just have to respect the position of that manager. And that's the same thing as the NCO. You don't have to respect the NCO, but you have to respect the commands he says to you, or direction. But it takes a level of understanding that, what would I do if I was a supervisor? And sometimes you have to not bow, but be humble and accept the things that you can't control. You can't control a person for being angry and belligerent, but you can control your actions.
Now, I think this can go deeper. Would you mind, first of all, thank you for letting me, my getting started. I'm not prepared yet, but I appreciate this conversation. If you don't mind continuing it, because you said a couple of things that we can go deeper on, which is there were things that, remember, when you gave me and told me certain scenarios, and I said, you cannot make somebody do this or that. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't mind.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, there's and I think I also dove into the three types of leadership. There's your military, your military leadership, where you have a task, mission, and goal, and sometimes you don't have time to get that out, to get the reason why you have to do it. You just have to bark the orders. That's the military. And the civilian goal, civilian management, is sort of like you have a task, mission, goal to benefit your business or your organization, and the leadership is trying to but also trying to show you or provide you the tools to do your job successfully, and that's what the civilian side is. On the federal side, it's totally different. You got some federal employees that sometimes just act like assholes, and I'm not sugarcoating it. And you got good employees, and it's the same thing as civilian, but on the federal side, they tend not to follow the strictness on some people do, but they tend not to be acceptable towards the military or militant type leadership style, and they tend not to be accepted towards the civilian life leadership, because on the government level, it seems like once you've been on for a certain amount of time, there is no repercussions unless you sincerely do something bad, dangerous or something like that. So,
all right, before we go, I need you to unofficially sign this fake make-believe disclosure, just in case something come out of this interview. So eventually that's what I'm gonna have to do, is find a disclosure statement for people, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
That's what I had to put that in my brain or whatever. All right, thank you. Talk to you later.
I probably went too more in depth, but
It's okay. We good. We're gonna do it later.
all right.
All right.